Well, hello everyone. Kaye here on my homestead in Tennessee. It's been a week since I returned from the Modern Homesteading Conference in Idaho, and I promised to show you what all I brought back. But I've been so busy in the garden, I just have been slammed. So let's get started. I'm going to bring you in for a closer look. So I feel like you're way too far away, but I wanted to give you an idea. Of course, the vegetables over here are my recent harvests. So everything else, I'm going to bring you down closer. Okay, so I've got everything spread out. Now you can't see it, but I'll hold each thing up. First, about the conference, I'd just like to say that very fortunate with the weather, no line. It seemed like a lot of people there, but it just went very smoothly, and the parking is situated by the fairgrounds there in Coeur d'Alene, where the parking's right across from the entrance. And you don't have to walk over hills and valleys to get there. And we just went right in. And I will say that I've only been to a few of these conferences, but I will say the food trucks were better than expected. There were two in particular that I'd like to mention, because you have your typical stuff, you know, with your fried foods and all of that stuff that you really don't want to eat when it's hot. And there was a crepe, a lovely crepe, and I'm sorry I don't have the name, but I actually filmed a short video in front of that with a couple of girls that I met that actually recognized me. It was so nice. And I'll have to look back for their names. It seems like they were, well, I don't want to mess it up. So they were lovely. And then also a Cajun truck. And the guy was from Louisiana, and he was making really good, like jambalaya. I enjoyed, the food that I had there. Well laid out. And the great thing about that particular fairgrounds, and every conference can't be so lucky, but every building that had a lecture or workshop had bathrooms for each. So I never waited in line for a bathroom. Unlike the place in Winchester. Wow. So, and real bathrooms with sinks and water and soap and towels, not porta potties. So I think it felt very peaceful, great security. I talked to the owner of the security company that was there, and I just feel like it was well run. And hey, maybe next year I'll be speaking there. That would be great. That would give me a reason to go back. I think I only attended about 5 or 6 different talks. And of course, the main one, first off, as soon as we got there, was Mary at Mary's Nest. Now, Mary has been especially kind to me, to my channel. She shared my channel with her huge audience a few times, and she wanted me to attend and so that we could meet in person, and we did, and it was awesome. And she's as down to earth, so is her husband and son who were there, as she comes across in her videos. She was exactly the same, and she opened her talks by saying, "Hello, sweet friends." It was just like Mary. And so I'm very grateful. She gave me the ticket to get in, and so I rallied my friend Teresa, who lives in Boise area, and I flew to Boise, and Teresa had gone last year with her daughter, who lives in Spokane, and she met us over there. We drove up the 7 hours both ways because, number one, I didn't want to let her drive alone, and number two, I really wanted to see my son and meet my daughter-in-law, who's about to have a baby. I haven't left this place. There's too much responsibility, and I haven't left this place more than 3 days since I got here. So this was a week away, and boy, it was really a challenge. It has been really a challenge to catch up. Meeting Mary was a real highlight. And of course, meeting Dr. Patrick Jones, who is the homegrown herbalist, School of Botanical Medicine. I listened to 2 of his talks, and Teresa and I did, and we got real fired up about plant medicine. The other highlight of my trip was getting to meet Lou from Idaho. Well, I call her Lou from Idaho. That's how she signs her her comments on my channel. So she follows my channel, and she is living her dream now in retirement from being in nursing for her whole career. And she has a 3-acre farm, and it's just, well, I saw a couple of weeds, but it's perfection. We did the conference and then came back. It was all this, I didn't rent a car, so it was all this driving around. Teresa took me there, and she took me to my son's, and then my son's wife took me to my friends from Southern California that bought a house up there, and I want to tell you about that. So I'm going to try to barrel through this very quickly because it's so much information. Okay, at the conference, I actually wound up buying the snake bite kit, the snake and I guess bee sting bite kit, which is just this little zippered container. It's got everything you need. It's got powders, towelettes, poultice. This is for bleeding, venom and sting powder, and then 3 different tinctures, and some information and various and sundry little duct tape suture kit. So there's a suture kit so that, you know, it's a really great little thing. This would be perfect for camping. And of course, all of his website is homegrownherbalist.net. He was a veterinarian and then became a master of botanical medicine. So keep that in mind. And I also brought home respiratory asthma. Oh yeah, venom and sting. Yeah, I bought 2 venom and stings. My other son lives in North Carolina, so I got him a venom and sting, and then I got him, he has occasional asthma. I'll just run through these real quick. The Country Store, which is a farm pet, it's the farm pet home, that's what they call it. They had a lot of freebies, and I just grabbed some. This is Paradise All-Purpose Fertilizer. That's G&B Organics. And then they also had Down to Earth. This is what I buy here. I have a lot of Down to Earth fertilizer type things. And they also had a big tub of seeds. We love seeds, right? And I love territorial seeds. And this is bush bean compost, herbs, simply herbs, rosemary, lettuce, salad bowl, sugar snacks. What is that? Oh, carrots. And improved dwarf Siberian kale. I just grabbed those. And then let's see, and I also purchased, the Seed Savers had, I don't think they had their own booth, but somebody else was selling their seeds. You can never get enough borage. You know, right now I have 2 plants. I seeded, you have no idea. I seeded so many, and I've got 2. So, lemon mint and borage. I bought raw goat milk powder. Maybe it's on here. Oh no, this is Meadowlark Heritage Farm. And I thought, great for prepping. It says it lasts for 25 years. And so, raw goat milk powder. I bought soap, goat milk soap. This is Heritage Farmstead. Yeah, this is Heritage Farmstead. And, wow, I got 5 bars of soap and gave 2 to my hosts the last 2 days. And I bought one of these. I never have had one of these. Have you guys used one of these, guys and ladies? You put your soap in there, and then you never have like a little piece that's always falling. You know, how many times do you bend over in the shower to get that little piece that slips out of your hand? And so you just put the bar in here. I'm sure you guys probably use these, but I never have, so I thought it would be great. I did do a short with the lady from Ethel, I think that's how you pronounce it, Orchards, and they preserve heritage varieties of apples, and they're real close to the to Coeur d'Alene. I bought this apple cider syrup, and I can't wait to try that. So do check out my short with her where she talks about what they do there. I may be doing an affiliate with Redmond Real Salt too, because I use Redmond, and we really hit it off at their booth. And And I think they were charging $25 for these, and he just gave me one. This is a soil test kit, and he really recommended I do that again. I did it when I first got here. The 4 Jars booth, I don't know if you saw that great video on Instagram. I think it's 3 brothers that own it. They just did a fantastic job at their booth. And she gave me the new jar opener. And you can just pop the lids off with this. And the vacuum sealer kit. I wanted one of these. I think that's a new product for them. And then of course, whoa, that's heavy. 100 wide mouth canning lids and 100 small mouth canning lids. Regular, not small, but regular canning lids. So that's awesome. We really hit it off. It was great to see the companies, to meet people from the companies that I represent, affiliate, as well as Survival Garden Seeds. They gave me the ultimate medicinal herb collection, and I have one of these, and I'm going to be giving one of these away, so stay tuned for details. Okay, now this is from, I received this after I got back because I was flying home, and so they shipped it to me free, and I bought it at the end of the second day, the last day. And so I got a discount and free shipping. And this is called the Woolshire. It's handmade wool pillows. So I was going to open it with you here on camera. And I can't wait. I do have some My Pillow, and I do have a lot of other kinds of pillows, and I require a lot. If you happen to wake up sweating, that the pillow's damp, and you flip it over, and then you're going, oh. Well, this is not supposed to happen with a wool pillow. And you don't have to let it off gas for a month because there's nothing synthetic in here. You know, if you buy a new mattress or carpet, oh my goodness, if you buy a new carpet, well, I don't even know how you let it off gas because you're living there. But the synthetic materials off gas. One time I put in in my old house, I put in a big cabinet thing. They built it right there. I didn't realize, but that thing off gases formaldehyde and everything else for a while. So you have to be very careful with your mattresses, your pillows, your carpet, curtains, all of those things that have synthetic stuff in it. Okay, so this was really interesting. I think I saved the best for last. This is from Maple River Farms, and this is Xanthoceras sorbifolium. Xanthoceras sorbifolium, shiny leaf yellowhorn. A decorative northern climate tree producing healthy cooking oil and herbal tea. Edible leaves, flowers, and nuts. Isn't that cool? So he was there. I wish let's see, I forgot his name, but he was so nice. He told me to call him, and yeah, so they sell the seeds, they sell the nuts, and they may even sell the oil. And of course I wanted to plant a seed, and he said, they're very hard to start because the underground, the moles, the voles, anything underground. My understanding is moles eat voles, and voles eat your vegetables. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, anything that gets underground can eat that. It puts down a taproot like moringa, and it will eat that taproot, and it's very hard to get it started. So you might plant 10 seeds and get one. I'm going, oh gosh, well, I'd like to try it because I thought, a tree that, and he said even though it's a northern climate tree that it would live in zone 7. Well, I think he had 4 of these. I've been looking for things like this. I don't know how to find this like on Amazon or anything. These skinny little cylinders, because the taproot is way down here. Just moringa does the same thing. He had 4 of these sitting over there, and I said, how old are those? Or, he said, well, they're 3 months old. And I thought, ooh, it's July. I plant a seed, that thing, probably not. And so I said, would you sell me one of those? And he kind of thought about it for a minute because he was using them just for demonstration. But he did. And I thought, can I get this back on the plane? Really? Well, I'm not going to California. California has all these restrictions about bringing plants in because of the citrus and all of that. So I thought, let's just not make a big deal about it. I literally stuck it. My backpack has 2 cup holders, one on each side. I just stuck it in one of those. I actually posted a picture on my community page. You might have seen it. I think I was smiling like that. It was like sticking over my shoulder. Anyway, this is ready to go outside, and now it's been a week since I've been here. So it's still alive, and I'm going to try to get that planted. Okay, so cut to Boise. I'll just go with Lou first. I'm going to, at the same time I upload this, I'm going to also upload a short that I shot with her, because you pull into her place and it's sort of like she has been very influenced by Martha Stewart. Everything is perfect. The powder room, everything, she has all these groupings of beautiful plants, different colors, different shapes, different heights, and she'll have one wheelbarrow, or in one case she had an older washing machine which she had put dirt in and plants in, and then she puts a grouping of plants around it. It's so thoughtful, so intentional, the archways with all the flowers, and it was just like, wow, if you could come here and see beauty, I would just be over the moon. But I tried to grow too many things, and that takes all my energy and time. So it was just great to be there. She made me the most perfect frittata with homemade zucchini bread that I finished. There were several slices that I ate. And her husband's really nice too. He was on a Kubota tractor, the one I want. So very, very different climate up there. That's the high desert, and it's very sandy and flat. So she's got a completely different canvas than I have. She did farmers markets for 5 years, and now she's pulled back, and she's just a young girl's doing that and picking up her produce. So she sells a lot of berries, tomatoes, and certain things she sells a lot of. She had some dried lavender. She grows a lot of lavender, and I love lavender. I saw these walking onions there, and so she put them in a bag, and it's just been laying in here. I forgot all about these. Are live plants, and they need to be planted. Now they're kind of, but if you've never seen walking onions, okay, this was the green part of the onion that goes down, down 18 inches to the ground where you've got an onion. And then it puts this up at the top, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 just in this cluster. And there's some other clusters. So I want to be sure and get those planted. And I have to mention that Angela Bernett, she's a great follower of my channel. She's up in Ashland. I did several videos when I did my Southeast tour. And she sent me walking onions the first year. I didn't know what I was, I didn't have any area that was, fertile soil to put them at the time, and they wound up dying. And so I'm going to try to make these live. And so she also gave me, in addition to a great time, great food, she gave me Italian pole beans brought from Italy 100 years ago. And the date collected was 1990. Paul Rufo, Penn Valley, California. Extremely tasty and tender pole bean. I can't wait to try it. I have a feeling it's too late. I saw on one of my botanical interest seed packs that if you've got temperatures that are very hot, like in the 90s, the beans won't make a bean. You might get the plant to grow, but it won't make a bean. So I don't know. And she also gave me something that I have been meaning to do since I came here was anoint some oil and anoint my house. And it's just one of those things, keep meaning to do, didn't do it. And she gave me some anointed oil. So I am excited about doing that. I forgot this. Back at the conference, this is Mousin' Around, M-O-U-S-I-N, Mousin' Around Quality Wooden Heirloom Carvings. And it was the young woman, and she carved this. And it is a jam spoon. And she has them in a dark color and just the light. And I just thought, I need a jam spoon. Everybody needs a wooden jam spoon, don't they? Seriously. So I had to do it. It's small. I could get it. I mean, she has huge ones, but I knew I could pop that in my suitcase. I also talked to the people at Grainmaker, and I really want this mill. I do have some wheat berries, and wheat berries last for 2 decades, maybe longer. You know, once you grind it up, that's when the freshness factor starts falling. So I got that, and I talked to her so long, she said, listen, she gave me a coin. I don't have it in front of me, but it was a coin that says, round to it, round to it. And I said, what is that? And she said, when you get around to it, you give us a call, and we'll give you $25 off. I said, hey, that's cool. Ah, yes, the Woolshire, handmade wool pillows. Handmade in Idaho, organic American cotton, local virgin wool, traditional quality. Sleep on wool, not chemical plastic. Hey, what a great concept. I can't wait to try it, and I will report back. I took a lot of pictures. We made a lot of stops on the way back. We came back the scenic route from Coeur d'Alene to Boise. We went up just the freeway, and we came back. We got out of the car at least 20 times, and I met some people, and I'll just have to put that in a separate video. But we did pick up some lemongrass at one of the spots we stopped because Teresa is major into tinctures and all of that. So. And then at my Patrick's and Jan's, I got sourdough starter. This is from 5 years back. Their son started it 5 years ago, and the father got interested, Patrick got interested, and so he makes sourdough bread all the time and gives it away. And he gave me a round loaf of sourdough, and I put it in my backpack, and it's already gone. I ate it right away. So I am very excited about starting my sourdough life. Believe it or not, I've never done it. And so I came home. I didn't get this up there, but he recommended this particular spatula. This is by Le Creuset. I guess that's how you say that. Patrick likes to use this jar, and I ordered that when I got home, but I just thought I would show you. And he takes the rubber off and the clamps and just sets the lid on top, keeps his starter in that. I forgot the lavender from my friend Lou in the Boise area. So I'm just very grateful that I got there safely, I went safely, and I got back safely, and I met wonderful people, got to meet some of the owners of the companies that I am an affiliate. And because my son is having a baby and they've already had their baby shower and all that, and because Teresa loves to check out thrift stores everywhere because she's a pantry shopper, she's all of that. So we went to this thrift store, and I saw the children's book section, and I thought, you know, there were a bunch of Dr. Seuss books, and there was some talk, I don't know if they actually did it, but there was some talk about changing the language that he originally wrote in those books to be more something or other. And I thought, well, I want to get those books used, get the original. So I went in there and I bought a bunch of children's books. But in doing so, she always makes a beeline for the cooking books for the cookbooks, I bought this Irish baking book. This has some of the most orange and lemon biscuits, Porter Hope biscuits, apple fingers, shortbread fingers, Portarlington golden biscuit. This must be the biscuit section. Potato cakes, scones, brack, whatever that is, buns, dark brown bread, white yeast bread. Oh, it's got it all in here. So this is quick French cuisine. And this thing right here sold me. I mean, I would love to eat that. And this is an old book, but it's just got some of your favorites in here, like Provençal vinaigrette and watercress vichyssoise, cream of radish leaf soup, celery root soup, red bell pepper soup, cream of asparagus soup, aioli, Roquefort tarts. Roquefort, gosh, that's like a name from the past. Does anybody even eat Roquefort cheese anymore? And salads, fresh and flavorful recipes all year round. And this looked wonderful. I love salads. Then I got the Amish Cook's Family Favorite Recipes. And I looked in here and immediately there was an onion tart, like onion pie or onion tart that I wanted to make. So I got very excited about that. And also, Lou from Idaho gave me this heirloom seed catalog, Seed Treasures, open pollinated heirloom seeds, our safe seed pledge to you. We say no to GMOs. Seed Treasures, this is Angora, Minnesota. So I'm just so grateful to have met Lou for the first time, seen my son and his wife, met her, and gone to the conference safely, and I just feel so blessed. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and it's kind of long, but I hope you hung in there till the end, and if you did, thank you. God bless you for supporting this channel. Make sure and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell for notifications, scroll down and click all so you won't miss an episode right here on the homestead. I'm very busy trying to get caught up. My other son is coming tomorrow night for a very quick 2-day visit, and so hopefully next week I'll be able to get more videos out. Thank you very much for following my journey here on the homestead, trying to build a sustainable homestead, grow my own food, and inspire others. If that interests you, I hope you'll be back. God bless you. See you next time.